Hey everybody, let me see if I can turn this around and get a good shot for you. Hey everybody, it's Matthew, your friendly neighborhood technician, making a video for you out of Boise, Idaho. I just wanted to take a moment and thank all of my YouTube watchers. Thank you for watching my channel, thank you for supporting me, thank you for the kind comments. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is talking to you guys through emails and comments, phone calls, helping you out with your projects and just putting our heads together and working together to help get you moving along, get your car back on the road. So I really enjoy that a lot. And I was actually thinking about one of my goals was to hopefully work my way out of my garage into a commercial shop. But I'm actually thinking about investing all my time and efforts into YouTube for you guys. So, that way you can constantly have do-it-yourself videos and figure things out for yourself, and we can help each other. So, I'm pretty excited about that. One of the things that I always want to try to do is remain as honest, upfront, and real as I can. So I just kind of wanted to give you an update on how my business is going and how my goals are coming along and stuff like that, my failures and my victories. I would love to share with you guys. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, the newest addition to the quote-unquote shop is my new service center. That's what I'm calling it, is the service center. So you notice I've got a computer there. I've got a printer nowadays. That computer is dedicated to business software, helping me charge accordingly and properly, so that way I can make sure I have everything I need to get jobs done and all the support that I need. So I'm pretty excited about that. I just added that here recently, and it has made a big difference for myself. Some of the jobs that I have going, some of the newer jobs I have are the Mercedes. I finished up the valve cover gasket, transmission service. There's videos showing that. While working on it, found out that it had a bad tensioner and belt, so we're waiting on that to come in, and we're also working on cleaning up the map sensor on it. So yeah, that job's going along pretty smooth and great, and I'm excited about that one, making some money on it, so I can't complain there at all. The Nissan over here came in with a misfire, and it's got a traction control system light off. That light has kicked on, and it's also got a slip light for the transmission that kicks on. Now, at first we thought that the engine running rough and those lights coming on were kind of working together, but we actually ended up finding out that the misfire was isolated to cylinder number 6. It had a bad coil. So the misfire is now gone. The car runs great, but we still have those lights on. So we're going to start looking into some electrical issues and stuff there. So those are our two new jobs. One's a repeat customer, one's a new customer. And those jobs are going well because since I got my service center and everything, I've been able to charge accordingly. Uh-oh, one of the kiddos is hollering at me. Let me pause it real quick. All right, one kid's biting another kid, and whew, man. So these jobs are going good and smooth, and they're going accordingly all the way across the board. This Jeep has been one of the banes of my existence. What have I learned from this Jeep? Well, I've learned that it's not so easy to rebuild certain 2004 Jeep Wrangler transmissions. Why? Because the internal parts, the original parts, are discontinued. You can't get them. So it's taken me months with the help of a local transmission shop, Idaho Transmission Warehouse. We finally figured out that the reason why we couldn't find anything for the inside of this transmission was because all the parts that we were looking at no longer had part numbers. So we can go ahead and keep the case on it, but I have to rebuild this thing literally from the ground up. I'm getting rid of everything. As of right now, we've been able to, this is the old cluster shaft. We finally found a new cluster shaft to replace it with, and that's what we're starting to rebuild from, is from pretty much the raw cluster shaft. Now, the catch is, what I need to do here is I have to press this gear off, 5th gear off, because this is 43 teeth, and I need to find a proper gear to fit on here because I can't reuse any of this right here. So now that I found a cluster shaft and know that I can press 5th gear off, I now need to find a 5th gear that'll fit this side just fine. Press this off, press the 5th gear off, and then start rebuilding my main shaft from there. So it's just You know, honestly, next time one of these ever come in, I won't attempt to rebuild it. Sometimes you can rebuild something and save some money. On this deal, it makes more sense to just replace the transmission, even if you got to spend $1,600 for a new one or whatever it is. So yeah, next time a Jeep Wrangler comes in with transmission issues, and if the transmission is shot, I'm just going to tell them, hey guys, you have to buy a new transmission, and just go from there. Or find one that's already rebuilt, but it's not so easy doing that. You have a limited option. So that's the lesson learned on the Jeep. Now, the biggest jobs are the Ford. And if you actually look at it, you can see I'm done with it. You'll, if you go back through my videos, you can find the videos covering this job. Long story short, a lifter broke on this side of the engine, dropped the valve down into the piston, bent the valve, busted the piston up a little bit. I ended up having to pull the head. I pulled the cylinder head without removing the body or the engine, so I went through the fender in order to do that. It's been a real big, massive job for any one guy to take on. This one, this job and the Nissan job. Now, as you can see, they're both on their way out of here, okay? Definitely. So it's not a matter of can you do it? Do you have the knowledge? Do you have the ability? Do you have the tools? Have you ever done it before? That's not what it turned out to be a matter of for me. It turned out to be a matter of money, and again, not charging nowhere near enough money to get these jobs done right. And when I end up going, looking into it, if I were like a commercial shop right now, some of the way I've handled the business end on some of these jobs, I would be out of business, like, before I even started. So, I'm glad I'm kind of doing this from my home, learning these things, because, I'm learning that, hey, just because you can, doesn't necessarily mean you know how. And what I mean is, yes, I know how to take a Ford Triton apart and put it back together. But before I started working for myself, I didn't handle the finances. I didn't handle the paperwork. I didn't handle ordering parts or doing any of that. And I've come to realize through this job, the Nissan job, and a few other jobs that I've learned my lesson on, is that a job sometimes is only as good and only as fast as its budget. So yeah, I feel terrible about it, and some of these jobs will stick with me for the rest of my life. I'll always look back and go, oh man, you remember that one? Did you remember that nightmare? So yeah, I am getting these jobs finished, and as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm jumping back and forth. I'm bringing in new jobs to cover the old jobs, and then just getting back on top of everything here. So after that, it's like, what do I do? Do I now learn my lesson and apply it all to getting into a commercial shop? Or do I learn my lesson and apply it all to making an awesome YouTube channel? Well, folks, I actually think I'm going to apply it all to making an awesome YouTube channel. So over the course of the next month, even the next year, you'll see a lot of changes. I'm going to try to get some consistency going, maybe make videos all week and then post videos every Friday type of deal or every Monday type of deal, and go from there. Also, as things start coming up for me on YouTube, if I can get the money together, I'll also start buying better camera equipment, computers and systems to edit, and who knows, maybe I can even set it up to where I can just go live and you guys can see how I do everything here as I do it. So, all right, folks. Well, thanks for hanging out with me and watching me, and thanks for your support. Please like, subscribe, and share. This is Matthew Shaughnessy, your friendly neighborhood technician, signing off.